With tax time around the corner, you might be starting to think, do I have mistakes in my QuickBooks? How the heck am I going to get these things cleaned up? Or do you even know how to check to see if you have mistakes? If we've never met before, hello, I'm Candus Kampfer, and I love to share with you some of the steps that you're going to start with looking or thinking about and why knowing if you have mistakes is so important. So when you're in your QuickBooks, there's a few things that you should be checking on a regular basis. Do you know what they are? No? Let's talk about them. So I recently did a training all about how to close your books at the end of the month and things to be checking, but I want to go through and talk about them as far as the cleanup side of it. Because if you aren't, let me come back on camera for a quick second. If you aren't checking to see if you have mistakes, then you could be overstating your income, understating it, overstating your expenses, or understating them, meaning you could be overpaying in taxes or have a lot of mistakes that you didn't even know that you had. And it's common with QuickBooks users to say to me, my income has doubled, but I don't know why, right? And so when you're in here, there's a few things that you should be checking. Whether you're desktop or online, you can go over to your vendors and you can start looking through to make sure that the amounts that are in here are who you actually owe. There are reports that you can pull, and there's different strategies that you can be looking at to know if you have mistakes. So you want to be checking vendors. Vendors are the people and places you spend money, who you owe money to. And then you're also going to be checking your customers, the people who owe you money. Is it accurate? Do you know? Because right now is the perfect time to be going to see your tax professional, right? To start doing your tax planning. And if you have mistakes, then the information you're giving them isn't accurate. So that's why I'm recommending right now that you start looking into these things. Because too, if you find you have mistakes, you have some time to get them fixed. So you want to come in here and you want to review your customers. And then you're also going to want to go in and look at your reconciliations. Do you know how to check to see if you have mistakes specifically in your reconciliation? There's a few different ways to do it. I'm actually going to be doing a training here very soon on how to cleaning up QuickBooks workshop. If you'd like to attend, make sure to save your seat. I'll share it with you how in just a moment. But you're going to want to come in here and you're going to want to go in and you're going to start looking at your bank account, your credit cards, and seeing if you have really old mistakes in here, that means you have a problem and we need to fix them. And it's common when you go to start fixing mistakes to feel nervous. Like, I don't know if I can do it, right? Have you been thinking that way? There are strategies and there's rules and IRS has guidelines with it. Is it possible to? Yes. I would recommend getting some training on it. I'm going to be hosting a workshop. So make sure if you do need help with it, you can register to attend if you want. It's a free class. It's going to be at canduskampfer.com/cleanup. We're going to be talking about where to go to be looking for why do mistakes happen and how to avoid them in the future. If you or your tax professional has been doing journal entries to try to clean up your mistakes and you find they're still there, that's because journal entries is not the best strategy to cleaning up your mistakes. So whether you're desktop or online, I will be covering both and how to go in and start looking to see if you have mistakes in your customers or vendors, whether desktop or online. Do you have issues in your bank feed or in your reconciliation screen? We're going to be looking at all of those. So all you need to do to register is you can go here, canduskampfer.com. And when you do, you're going to see this, and it talks a little bit about what we're going to cover. So remember, journal entries is not the best strategy. It's very rare that I recommend doing journal entries. You can click here to save your seat, and we're going to be talking about the best reports to pull to verify if you have mistakes, but then also where to go to look. We started kind of covering that in today's video. We're also going to be talking about why mistakes happen. And then, as I said, journal entries is not the best strategy. We're going to be doing a live Q&A as well. So let me know if you're going to be attending and if this is something you've been looking for. It's actually a common question I get asked is like, I've made a mistake. I actually received a message yesterday where somebody said, I forced my reconciliation and now my bank account is totally off. Nothing balances. How do I fix that, right? So those are all the cleanup issues that you could have, whether it's undeposited funds or any of the other topics I already covered. So let me know if you're going to be attending. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe so you see our tips and tricks. We do them every single week. And you can always like this video and share this training with anybody you know who's needing some help with cleaning up their QuickBooks. And I look forward to seeing you on the training. And bring your questions. And if you don't even know if you have mistakes or you're afraid to make them, I'm going to give you some guidelines on what to start thinking about. Thank you so much for being part of my community, and I look forward to seeing you on the training. Leave a comment. Let me know if you had any ahas just from this on like, thinking about, preparing for your taxes. What should you be looking for? What areas that you should be checking as well. I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.